Hello everyone, my name is Havian and today I'm going to be showing you some new gameplay from Sword Art Online Alicization Lycoris. Up until now, the gameplay that's been shown for Alicization Lycoris was from really early development builds of the game, but now that the release date has been announced, it seems like they're showing a newer version of the game to the public, and we were shown gameplay that seems to be more polished than before. Alicization Lycoris is releasing on May the 21st, 2020 in Japan, and May the 22nd over here in the West. The gameplay that was shown revealed a few interface updates, new areas, a new boss enemy, and finishing arts for a few of the characters. This gameplay takes place in one of the areas that was revealed, the Mildia Plains, and this area seems to be located just outside of Central Cathedral's town. And based on the map for the area, it seems to contain a few different activities that I haven't noticed in a few of the other gameplay videos. One of the icons on the map appears to be a fish on a blue background. I'm not sure if any of the side activities have been announced for the game yet, but I hope this icon means that we can do some fishing in the game at some point. As they continued to travel across the map, they came across the location of an HQ quest. This could be one of the quest types that I went over in my previous video, or something completely different. It seems like it could be something that's similar to the missions that randomly appear in the areas in the previous games. For this particular quest, you need to locate and defeat a monster, but the catch is the monster is invisible. So you need to head to the quest location and look for an area that looks slightly distorted, just so you can find its location so you can take it down. At first it's pretty hard to see since it is invisible, but once you get close enough you'll be able to figure out where it is and start the battle. I think this is the first time we've seen battles with enemies and characters that are slightly higher level. Usually the characters are around level 10 to 15, but this time they're at level 50 fighting enemies that are around level 35 to 45. I'm not sure what the level cap is in this game, but I'm going to assume that this gameplay is based on content that is from the middle of the game. This gameplay gives us a better look at the character's abilities and a new look of certain parts of the interface. It looks like they reworked the way chain bursts are displayed, added additional quick commands for party members that let you instruct them to spread out, gather together or recover low health, and the Sacred Art radial menu seems to have some adjustments too. We also got a better look at the chain burst system. From what I understand, using sword skills one after another will cause a chain burst to occur. This will trigger an additional effect that will cause bonus damage. You can increase the level of a chain burst by continuing to use certain sword skills with your party members. Doing this will increase the chain burst damage even further. Chaining skills together and triggering a chain burst seems to deal a lot of damage, but I'm not sure if there are any additional effects to the chain burst outside of raw damage. It seems like the sword skills that are used together influence what type of chain burst activates. There are probably a few different chain bursts in the game, but in this gameplay we're shown Hollow Synchronizer, Sacred Spectrum, and Crushing Holy Ray. Up until now, from the gameplay that we've been shown so far, we've mainly seen people hitting enemies with basic attacks and a sword skill every now and then. But it seems like setting up skill chains to trigger a chain burst that deal loads of damage and making the most of juggling enemies to stop them from attacking will be a good way to win fights quickly. This particular boss enemy from this gameplay seems to telegraph its attacks, so you know when a big hit is coming. But despite that, it does seem like it could provide a good challenge, since this game doesn't seem to have the ground markers that indicate where an attack is going to land. So it seems like you'll need to pay attention to the animations and read the names of the enemy's attacks so you know what to expect and when to avoid. I'm pretty sure the people showcased in the game would have died pretty early on in the fight, but since they kept their god mode on, they could keep pushing through. The arts gauge was also demonstrated. We got a chance to see super arts in action, a few more finishing arts, and there seemed to be another option that the arts gauge has that was marked with question marks. So I assume there's still another use for the arts gauge that hasn't been revealed yet. A few clips of some finishing arts have been shown in the past, but in this gameplay we were shown what Alice's finishing art looks like, along with Medina's. I'm not sure if finishing arts can be used in chain bursts, or if you can do a chain burst solo somehow, but I'm sure people will find the best way to take advantage of the combat system, so they can attempt to take things on solo. Medina's finishing art gave us a good look at what happens when you fill an enemy's hazard bar. As you continue to attack an enemy, its hazard gauge will fill. Once it's filled, the enemy will become stunned and unable to attack. This will give you a chance to deal additional damage and potentially launch the enemy into the air for aerial combos. If you stop attacking, the hazard gauge will start to decrease and eventually reset, so it seems like you'll need to be aggressive with your attacks in this game. Eventually, after a massive skill chain, the boss was taken down. This time it looks like they obtained some experience points and a weapon as a reward. I'm not sure if the equipment rewards in this game will have randomized or fixed stats yet, but hopefully now that the release date has been revealed, they'll start to share more information surrounding some of the other systems in the game. I will say I'm getting more interested in this game each time I have a chance to look over some new information. I'm still not sure if I'd enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Hollow Fragment, but I definitely think I could put more time into this than Hollow Realization if it has enough content. So expect me to go over some more information of the gameplay as it continues to get showcased by the developers, or when I get a chance to record some gameplay for myself. But that's it for this video. If you missed my last Alicization Lycoris video, I did a recap of all the information that's been released about the game so far, along with some new discoveries. So if you want to watch that video, I'll put a link to it in the description and on the outro. So, if you enjoyed this video, then please leave it a like, and if you want to see more RPG news and gameplay videos from me, then subscribe to the channel and click that bell to receive notifications. And if you want to stay up to date with everything I'm doing, then follow me on social media, or join the community Discord server where we talk about games, anime, and a bunch of other interesting things. I'll be making some new videos very soon, but until I make those videos, I'll see you all later.